So, once again, I've been informed of a petition, a gaming petition, that is running around, and it is to bring back Crash Bandicoot, or, as the petition says, to make a new Crash Bandicoot game for the PlayStation, which, on the premise of it, I think it's a really good idea. I love the Crash Bandicoot series. I have some of my most fondest early memories of gaming from Crash Bandicoot. It's a likeable character. The universe is very good. I think the IP is just as good as, a lot of Nintendo stuff. The problem, one problem I have with the petition is, despite the fact it's got around 8,500 people so far, which is very, very good out of the 10,000 that they want to do, on the letter that they want to send, they haven't addressed it to Naughty Dog, which, in my opinion would be a good idea to also send it to. But also the letter doesn't really contain any passion for the game. It just says, please make a new... I can't remember what it is exactly. I will put a link to it in the description there. But please make a new Crash Bandicoot game for the PlayStation 4. Not enough, in my opinion. I'm just going to switch over to some gameplay now. I continue talking about it. This is a Steam Greenlight game, Toxic. It's going to be looking at for ages, but I didn't really want to buy it until recently, and I just thought, well, I want to give it a go. So anyway, that's what's going to be playing in the background now. And moving back onto the Crash Bandicoot point, it is of course up to Naughty Dog to make a new Crash Bandicoot, not just Sony. Of course, they have a lot of sway with Naughty Dog, as Naughty Dog makes games exclusively for them, but I'm not sure that now is the right time to be bringing out a Crash Bandicoot game. Well, I do agree that consoles, and Sony in particular, do need some better games to come out for their console, and really should be looking after their IPs, such as which they haven't done with previous ones, which of course are now not games that are purely exclusive to PlayStation. A lot of them have been multi-platformed. Thinking of, I suppose I'm thinking of Tomb Raider in that, really. But with Crash Bandicoot, I'm not sure it offers a lucrative enough game in order to be worth bringing out. It's not the same as with Nintendo and the Wii. They have obviously a load of IPs that they have for their console, and they get relatively very few multi-platform games. And they of course do rely on the the Mario, Zeldas of their gaming catalogue in order to have a viable console. So you don't really need such a huge plethora of games, or of games of those significant IPs, because the PlayStation and the Xbox are definitely seen as a more mature gamers console, and perhaps with Crash Bandicoot you would say really it's more suited to being on the Wii, and I would never advocate for that, of course. I think that Crash Bandicoot should stay where it belongs. It's like, there's loads of... Sony really do have a lot of PlayStation or gaming IPs that they could bring back. And Crash Bandicoot is obviously one of the main ones of that. As I've said before, it is one of the games that I have the fondest memories of, especially Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2, and then Crash Team Racing. I don't think the ones on the PlayStation 2 did quite as well, or didn't do quite as well with me. I don't even think I bought them. So it's, I think the people who used to play it, sort of grew out of Crash Bandicoot a bit more, and sort of went with the more modern titles that the PlayStation was bringing out. Having said that, though, there's obviously a market for it. You can of course go and sign the petition if you want to. It's going to be in the description. I haven't, just purely because, I don't mind talking about these petitions and giving my opinions on them. It doesn't mean I necessarily do want to sign them. Don't get me wrong, if Crash Bandicoot did come out, I would definitely be very interested to see how it played, what sort of setting they went for. You know, basically I would be very interested in the game itself, really. I just worry that people have got their nostalgia goggles on, and, you know, do we really want to see, like we have with, you know, Nintendo, what is it, Mario Kart Racing 8 or 9 or whatever we're on, whatever number we're on at the minute. I don't think I really want to see the same with Crash Bandicoot. You know, I'm happy with the legacy it's left behind, and I'm trying to be as balanced as possible. I do honestly think that we will see another Crash Bandicoot game at some point. I do, however, think it will be more towards the mobile sector of the market. Not that that's a terrible thing, you know, it's one of those things that it happens, you know, games that are more older or retro, I guess now you would call it in style, you know, are likely to be moved over to a more rudimentary platform, i.e. the mobile gaming market. So, where do we stand on all this? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I think Naughty Dog themselves have matured a lot. They're making some really good games at the minute, in recent history. You know, we have obviously The Last of Us. I had more examples that I've now forgotten, so that was brilliant of me. Oh, Uncharted, of course. So, you know, they are putting together some really good game series, and I'm not sure that they need to make another Crash Bandicoot game. I think if they were struggling, perhaps it might be a more realistic option, you know, and the PlayStation really needed, you know, a bit of a boost. Crash Bandicoot would give them that, but it's just, I don't think it's the right time. I think that it's really not the right time because we're at the start of this new generation of consoles. People are looking for the massive, you know, graphical advantages. People aren't really, they're not ready for a Crash Bandicoot game. Maybe mid-cycle, yeah, I could see it, because, you know, people would be more willing to accept that sort of game coming out on a brand new console like that. What wouldn't be a brand new console at the time anyway. So, yeah, there we have it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always happy to hear comments from you guys regarding it. Toxic is available on Steam currently. It is in early access, and I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on that in another video. So do make sure to tune into that if you're interested in that, even just a little bit. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Gone on for far too long, but I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.